What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining me today. I'm Rush for Rush Voorhis Outdoors, where we help the weekend warrior dominate the wilderness. Today's video is brought to you by Patriot Coolers. Stay tuned, gonna be a good one. Alrighty guys, like I said in that intro, today's video is brought to you by Patriot Coolers. They went ahead and sent me one of their brand new 20-quart Roto Molded coolers for a full review. I'm gonna run 2 tests, and on the first test, we're gonna do a maximum ice retention test. We're going to pre-chill the cooler, and then we're gonna fill it full of ice and see how long that ice actually lasts. This is a useful test for a couple reasons. If you need an ice chest to last for more than a couple days, if you want to have some spare ice to take along on a camping adventure like I did this last weekend, or just to see how long it'll keep something cold for. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and bust it on open. The packaging is actually pretty nice. I do enjoy this packaging. Patriot Coolers, built to perform. It's got their cooler information on it, all the shipping information's on it, so pretty professional packaging, I might say so myself. Similar to that of a Arctic or Yeti. Boom, blah. Packaging seems pretty good so far, pretty professional. Ooh, there she is. As you guys can tell, it's got the Patriot on the front with an American flag. Pretty cool, pretty patriotic. There is a fish scale on the top. Goes to 17 inches. It's got an actual locking handle in it. Boom, right there. It also folds down. Drain plug with a washer on it, or a rubber seal. Pretty heavy duty, I might say so myself. Alrighty guys, let's fill her up with some ice. Keeps ice for 5 days. Keeps bears out, molded side handles, easy flow drain spout, roto molded construction, heavy duty rubber latches. These latches are a little different, we'll get into that as I test the video and stuff, along with a steel handle. So very similar to the Yeti, Roti, or the Arctic. If you guys aren't too familiar with Patriot Coolers yet, they are a startup cooler company out of Texas. They make coolers, drinkware, and a lot of customizable stuff. Pretty cool company. They also give 20% of their net proceeds back to Homes for Our Troops. It's a wonderful organization for our military personnel and veterans. So I would recommend find their link in the description below and checking them out. Alrighty guys, to start off this maximum ice retention challenge, we're gonna do one thing that not a lot of people do, and that is pre-chill the cooler. We're gonna throw this 1 10-pound bag of ice into the cooler, leave it for about 12 hours, come back, switch it out for fresh ice. What that does is it helps take the initial heat out of the cooler, and it allows the fresh ice to stay coldest the longest. So let's get to it. All right guys, we're gonna let that sit there overnight. Come on back and change the ice out. So we'll see you then. Alrighty guys, welcome back. It is the official start of this challenge. It is 5:29 on the 18th of July. The Patriot's been being chilled for about 16 hours now. We're gonna dump that ice, fill it with fresh ice. We're also gonna fill up the Coleman 20 quart with fresh ice. It has not been pre-chilled. It's just regular cooler out of the garage. So just to kind of give you guys a comparison on a different cooler with different ice melt. So we'll see how long the chilled Patriot 20 quart can last. Stay tuned, coming up. Five bags of fresh, never frozen ice. Empty. Empty, but it has been pre-chilled. I'm gonna stop with 3 bags there, just so I can get enough ice in this cooler. I gotta go get 1 more bag. Un más. You know what? I'm gonna top that off with my freezer ice. That thing is plumb. And I'm gonna top off with Coleman. That's almost full. Alrighty guys, got both coolers full of ice. The Patriot is plumb full, the Coleman is just below full. Should be a pretty fun test, I'm excited. I don't think the Coleman's gonna last 2 days, 2 days max, and I hope the Patriot will go 5 days. Usually out of the roadies, you're gonna get 3 to 4 days maximum. This has a pre-chill on it, so I'm praying for 5 days. It should be fun. I will be checking in on these coolers once a day. Once again, this is a maximum ice retention test, so we need to see how long these coolers could possibly hold ice for. For best results, you would not open the cooler for multiple days, so you can keep the cool inside the cooler. Stay tuned guys, should be a fun test. Alright guys, welcome back. It is day 2 of the challenge. It's 4 o'clock, so it's 23 hours after the initial ice off. As you can tell, it's 93 degrees in the shade, guys. I'm sweating bullets. Let's get on to it. Alrighty guys, I had to come inside. It is blazing hot out there. As you saw, 93, 94 degrees in the shade. The Coleman cooler looks like it has lost about 2 to 4 inches of ice on top and has about 3 to 6 inches of water on the bottom of the cooler. The Patriot cooler, in other hands, has lost barely any ice. So obviously pre-chilling the cooler helps a bunch. I'm not quite sure how much water was in the bottom of the cooler. I'm not gonna drain that cooler until the end of the challenge. So stay tuned guys, should be interesting. What is going on guys? It is 5:51 in the afternoon, almost 49 hours after the initial ice dump. Let's check them out. Alrighty guys, day 2 update, 49 hours after the initial ice dump. Patriot cooler is going strong, only lost about 6 to 8 inches of ice. The Coleman cooler has lost pretty much all the ice except for a thin layer on top. So that cooler should probably be done at the end of tonight. I will be headed off to a wedding tonight, so we'll be reviewing the Patriot cooler for day 3 in the middle of a cornfield somewhere. Then I'll be back here Sunday to finish the review for day 5. Welcome back guys. Current time 6:28 on the 22nd. So that means we are 97 hours and 27 minutes after the initial ice dump. There's still some ice in the Patriot cooler. Let's check it out. Alrighty guys, it is day 4, 96 hours after the initial ice dump. The Coleman cooler is completely washed out, but the Patriot cooler still has a solid 2 inches of ice left on top of the water. So I believe it should make it 5 days. We'll stay tuned guys and see how she looks. Ooh. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Day 5. 5 o'clock, 120 hours after the initial icing. We're gonna go ahead and empty this cooler. There's only a little bit of ice left, but I'm gonna show you what's left, guys. All right, guys, let's take it inside and see what she looks like. All right, guys, we're back inside. So I have yet to actually look at the ice situation here. I just shook it and I heard that there was still some ice left. So this is the last little bit of ice. This challenge was to see if the ice could make it to 5 days, if this cooler would hold ice for 5 days. Even if there's a little bit of ice, I'll still count it. So it should be interesting to see how much ice is left. Let's get into it and see what happens. Ba-ba. Oh, dang. That's it, guys. I will zoom you out here, right here. This is what is left of that ice. As you guys can probably see, a lot of these chunks would have just shot out the drain hole as I was releasing the water because they're so small, but that's why I kept it a little bit on. It's It does have those easy drain plugs though, but as you guys can see, I mean, there was a couple big chunks though that were in the cooler. A lot of them are just small. I'm not quite sure how long that would have taken to actually melt. It might have lasted 6 days. I don't know. That's not a lot of ice though, but I guess you could use that for some reason. Granted, it's not practical to try and make ice last 5, 6+ days in the outdoors. This test is just gonna demonstrate the maximum capabilities of the cooler. So yes, it does keep ice for 5 days. We're on 120 hours. I think we just hit exactly 120 hours. So interesting. I'm very impressed. I think I'm gonna get a couple other brands for the next one, and we're gonna do a more of a realistic test. So interesting to know that it does keep ice for 5 days. We did pre-chill that, so I mean, we did everything that we could to keep the ice for longer. Probably another couple things that you could do to keep ice longer are freezing water bottles with salt water. I've heard that helps. Or you could even put like dry ice in there and then ice on top of it, so everything freezes ice cold, and then it has a chance to thaw out. So interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.